Something I've noticed about myself recently is that I say no a lot. I say no to things that are uncomfortable, unfamiliar, and unusual to me. And I want to stop saying no, and I want to start saying yes. So I've chosen to live a life of adventure over apathy. Last Friday, a buddy of mine named John invited me to the 100th PGA Championship at Bellerive Country Club here in St. Louis. That included a free ticket worth $135, free vouchers for food and drinks, and a bus that essentially took me from my door to the event. I did not want to sweat. I did not want to wear a polo shirt. I did not want to walk around for miles. I don't like crowds. I did not want to go. But I've committed to this life of adventure over apathy, and so I am going. And so I scrounged around in the guest closet for my best Goodwill polo shirt, and then I asked myself, why don't I like golf? Well, one, I wasn't raised around it. Two, it's expensive. There's the cost of clubs and these little foamy things that go over the clubs. There's ground fees, cart fees, balls, tees, gloves, the right clothes. You gotta have the right clothes. I think they're called greens fees, and if you're part of a country club, you have to pay on top of that, and there's food in the country club, and it's expensive. This thing's expensive. It seems pretentious. It's just so white. But my biggest problem with golf is I don't understand it. So if you're like me, here's a brief history of golf. Golf is a club and ball sport in which players use various clubs to hit balls into a series of holes on a course in as few strokes as possible. The modern game originated in Scotland, where the first written record of golf is James II's banning of the game in 1457 as an unwelcome distraction to learning archery. To many golfers, the old course at St. Andrews is considered to be a site of pilgrimage. Every round of golf is based on playing a number of holes in a given order. A round typically consists of 18 holes that are played in the order determined by the course layout. Each hole is played once in the round on a standard course of 18 holes. So I have a whole routine on Sundays, and it includes church and then a whole bunch of this. And I'm throwing it all out the window to walk around with large groups of people in the sun, and I loved it. And so seems to be the case when I try new things. Sometimes it's not great, but most of the time it is. So it turns out, golf is a blast. Who knew? Apparently everybody but me. I had a blast, and I can't wait for the next opportunity to arise. So what are some of the things that you've been saying no to that you should be saying yes to? What are some ways that you need to get uncomfortable? What are some things you need to experience that are unfamiliar? So look around the mundane in your life and find little opportunities where you can be uncomfortable. Chances are when you're old, you're not going to look back on your life and think, dang it, I did too much stuff. No, the reality is most of us will look back on our life and say we did too little. We chanced too little, and we had too few adventures. You can change that right now. You can change your life now and make that decision to live adventure over apathy. I'm gonna do it. I hope you'll do it. So until next time, go have adventures. Live this one life that you got to live, because you're not getting another one. So let's go. Let's do this. Do you have an adventure you want to go on? You want to bring a friend? Hey, let me know. I'd love to go on those opportunities with you, because I'm choosing adventure over apathy, and I hope you will too.